Hello everybody, Rob the Replicator here. Don't know if anyone's on. I just thought I'd do a really quick impromptu video. I am just setting up my campaign for Replicator 3 and I'm doing the campaign page as we speak. So I thought I'd just go over it as what to do and what not to do in general. And I can only speak in general terms because, I don't know everything. But my campaign isn't finished. Like, we're just in the setup stage of it now. So bear that in mind. So it'll be a good example of what to show you as it's being done, I guess. So and quite a few things too. So first off, you want to have a description of what you're getting. So Replicator 3, that's what the campaign is. All right, 32-page full-color floppy comic book, ongoing Replicator series, and the fact that you can also get issue 1 and 2 available for a grand total of 88 pages. Okay, so just that needs to be the first thing people really see. They need to know what they get by backing the campaign. Then a quick little intro. Cheers, Darren, man. I just jumped on because this was doing my head in. So, yeah, a quick little intro. Then you want like your F yeah image, like that's sick. That's sick. I want to have more. Then you can do a little bit more explanation if you want here, or you can leave it to later. As you can see, I've literally just copied Michael Bancroft's description here, just as a placeholder. And I really like his campaign. Like, and that's another thing. Copy everyone, man. Look at all the campaigns and copy them all. Find all the good ones that you like. Like, this campaign is great because it's got a really nice color palette and it's really clean. So it really appeals to me. So yeah, really like that one. So we're just in the base stages setting this up. These colors have been since tweaked, but as you can see, I've got more interior pages, so people know that it's got a sick cover, but also the interior pages are good. They're not just sick cover and shit interior pages, which you do get sometimes in comics. Then a bit more of a description. I'll skip past that because it's not done yet. And then I'm going on to a separate covers section here, right? Because we're going to have one from Rob Willis, and this is actually going to be black and white. I've decided to leave it black and white. I won't go into the reason of that now, but it's going to be an all black and white book, so an option if that's what people want. And then I'm going to have some more of the black and white interiors here. And then, of course, up here, there'll be more interior pages. Hi, Huey. Thank you very much, sir. It does look great. I am really quite pleased with the quality that we've gone with. Then I've got a team section here, okay? And I hate the ones that have, their picture and a description of them. Screw that. You want people to know who they are, and that's it. Maybe you can put what they've worked for. So like here, right, I've got Aaron Alfici. Aaron Alfici is a big deal now. Like, he's Graveyard Shift 3 Jawbreakers artist now, right? And he's done 2 covers and a whole book for me before those guys. So I might want to mention that. I might want to mention here that Clayton has worked on The Phantom. I might want to mention that Marshall Dillon has worked on pretty much everything that Eric Weathers hasn't worked on. So it's things like Wayward from Image. But, that's the thing. Like here, I might want to mention that Dan Frager, who's doing a cover, has worked on Black Flag and many, many, many other titles in the 90s. So that's the thing. So I'll come back to this sticker thing in a minute. So just a quick thing on the goals, and don't ignore the prices because they're not locked in yet, right? I've just chucked them up there to get a bearing of what it's all going to look like. But here, like this image is clean, right? It shows 3 images. You know you're getting 3 things. One thing that's wrong with it is it's not really clear that they're all books. So what I'll do is I'll chuck the title on this book, this one here, and then I'll put some credits here as well. So like Arnold, Reyes, Barton, Weathers, for example. So people go, oh, that's a book. I can see what that is. I can see that it's a book. I can see that this is a book, and I might even do the same here because this is Fragger's cover. He hasn't sent it to me yet. It's still being worked on. So that will go there, right? So nice, clean, clear-looking images is a real important thing. All right, and like I'll fix these up too. These will have the same layout as this, except there'll only be one book, obviously, and it'll have this background here as well. And then, yeah, this is a little thing I'm doing. I'm not sure what the exact numbers are, but I'm going to do a free sticker. If we get a particular post on Twitter to a certain number of retweets, everyone in the campaign will get a free sticker. So like I always say this, I always say, try stuff out. If it doesn't work, at least you've tried and you know it doesn't work for next time. But you never know. Maybe it's going to go really, really well. So yeah, that's just a little thing. Here, we'll go back to Bancroft's book again. And he's got this thing here, and it's just like a visual representation of how far along the book is. I'm going to do the same thing here because we're nearly done. Like, we're nearly done pencils and inks, and we're about halfway through colors. So that gives, you know, potential backers the confidence that they're going to get your book, because, you know, it's not like I'm asking them to pay money and I haven't even started yet. Like, this thing's nearly done. So that's really cool. He's got a characters section. I don't know about that. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm probably on the fence either way. I really like how he's done his stretch goals. I think my kid just fell off something. Hang on, I just have to listen out for a second. She's with my wife, don't worry. I'm not just leaving her on the floor. Okay, she's all right. Yeah, so he's got his stretch goals all laid out full size. I'm probably going to do like half size stretch goals, just because it is, you know, it adds a lot on to the extra like length of the campaign. But yeah, like, it looks really good. He's added like a drop shadow here, and, you know, just looks really clean. I really like clean looking campaigns. Oh yeah, and the other thing about stretch goals is most people do just text. So it's just like, you know, $10,000 print unlocks, right? $20,000 print unlocks. I mean, that's cool, that's fine, that's probably the standard, but to me, right, because I'm a backer too, I'm up to 45, I think now. I've added like 6 in the last week. So as a backer myself, this makes me excited. I want to see this. Like, yeah, man, I want this. And like, look at this print down here. Tell me you don't want to back it to get this print. Of course you can, Skip, man. Of course you can. Thanks for joining us. Skip, if you missed it, we've just gone over like the basics of what you need to set up in a campaign, using mine as an example. So this is work in progress, right? So this is just me getting my head around and explaining what people need to do. So full-size images, come on, man. Like, I don't care what reasons you have for thinking not to put full-size images on, but they're wrong, okay? Full-size images, your best art, you know, make sure it's your best art. It doesn't have to be sequential. It's great if you've got a sequential set of pages that are awesome, but it doesn't have to be sequential. And make sure you explain what it is and what they can get. So for people that have already backed my other campaigns, they can just go Replicated 3, 32-page full color floppy comic book on the ongoing series. Perfect, they can pick that up. And Replicator 1 and 2 also available for new readers. So this is for the new readers that haven't seen it before. And there will always be new readers that haven't seen it before. You've got to account for them. You've got to give them their own tier, right? Their own tier. Skip asks, brass tacks, how much on the mailing list before you launch? I don't think it really matters. Now, let me clarify that, okay? It depends on what you want to raise, right? That's the question you need to ask yourself. I think Adam Post put it that like every 100 backers, the max you're going to get, every 100 on the mailing list is going to be a max of 10,000 US. And I think that might be a little bit high, but that's a good estimate, I would say. I think Clayton and Corey had 250-ish, and they raised a lot, but they did lots of really smart things. Like, we planned that campaign out as much as we could. Like, our focus was day one, and that's what I always say. Day one, 5,000% is the energy you want to put into day one, right? You don't want to spread it out. You want to hit day one like you've got one punch and you've got to kill that person or you're going to die, kind of thing. And that's what we did. We got 149 backers on day one in this campaign. And that's because we set it up that Corey and I and other people that joined us did it like a 12-hour stream on how to draw comics. And Clayton was hip-hopping around to every channel he could get on. I can't even tell you how many shows he did. I think he said like he was on 18 shows on day one and the final day. So 18 different channels, 18 different sets of people that potentially could back the book. Yeah, and like 149 on day one, that's huge, man. That's huge. I think having a decent add-on section is fairly important. It makes ordering a lot easier, and I've made some impulse buys on the second screen more than once. You know what? Add-ons isn't something I've done before because it makes shipping such a bigger hassle, but I'm doing it this campaign. So I'm really excited to test that out. Really excited. I'm doing stuff like the original, which, you know, I don't really sell anymore, and things like misprints. People like those apparently. But if you've got any suggestions, Huey, let us know. But yeah, I'm up to 610 signups, and like that gives you a real false sense of security, because as you guys know, I'm giving away original art for free. You just have to sign up. You don't have to back. That's my job. My job is to get the people that sign up so excited and so blown away by the product that I'm selling that they turn from not really interested to interested. So we'll see how that goes. It could backfire. It could go really well. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the basics. Keep it really simple. Like, this is probably, you know, this, a little bit more of an explanation here, maybe one down here, and just a little bit about the covers and that kind of thing. And that's all the text there's going to be, right? You don't want to read about my life story. No one cares. They really don't. Like, Richard Meyer is a great example. I've said this before, but, you know, he's had a really interesting comic career. So if anyone had like a bio about their life and struggles, it would be him. And you know what? He doesn't. So that should say a lot about the whole thing. All right. So if you've got any other questions, please let me know, because that's pretty much all I wanted to get out there. You asked a question up here, Sip. Can I do a black and white comic and make the color version as a stretch goal? If it was me, I wouldn't. No. Just because I think color sells a lot better than black and white does. Yeah, I would really try and get it color. I think that will do a lot better than if it was black and white. Like just, you know, look at the Lucent, for example, right? If this was all black and white, yeah, sure, it'd be impressive. But this color palette he's chosen is beautiful. And it really, I think that's really what sold his book. You know, that and, you know, the amount of work he puts in, like, to his daily streams. Add-on prints, extra book or alternative covers, yep, that's good. I'm doing my cover and add-on variant card later, okay? Think about stretch goals. Still, yeah, stretch goals are hard. You know, make sure you price them out, figure out how much they're gonna actually cost you to make, because, you know, you get stuck in a campaign, like, you know, you want to blow everyone's minds, but you forget how much, you know, everything costs. So just be really careful about that. Multiple people get caught out. I've been caught out. Clint Stoker's been caught out. Yeah, and so on. So just be really careful about that. And just be really clear titles. Replicated 3, all 3 covers. We've got 3 covers for this issue, which people can pick up, or they can pick up just the single issue if they prefer it. And then a catch-up, and then an everything, and then original art pages. So everything's obviously not going to be General Hammond, but, you know, I'm in mid-process of setting this up. So yeah, have a look over the video and just see, like, this is the thought process. You love General Hammond? Hey, Todd's Truth. Yeah, so I'll add more sequential art, because our sequential art's sick. It really is good. The colors are sick. Yeah, I'll add a little bit more about the Dan Fraga cover here, what we're doing with the Rob Willis cover. But just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Use your art to sell. Make sure that the perks are clearly named. So you don't want to have super duper mega awesome tier. You just want to have, you know, what it is. So replicated 3, all 3 covers, right? Simple. And then here, replicated 3, or replicator all 3 issues. So that'll be 1, 2, and 3. This is obviously these thumbnails need updating, which I'll be doing now. But yeah, that's it. Any questions? How did you promote your first book? Looking for ideas. Really unsuccessfully, Skip. My first run was on Kickstarter. What I would recommend to do now is to get into people's chats, super chat some people sometimes. You know, it doesn't have to be much, but just to get to know people, get on people's streams. Like, I know all you guys except for Huey. I haven't met Huey before, so nice to meet you. But like, I consider you guys like all friends now. Like, you all pop into streams and ask questions and help us out and back our books. So it's really it's hard to tell you how to do it, because it kind of just happens. But yeah, go to people's streams, hang out, get to know them, say hi to them, say hi to the chat, send some super chats, you know. Get on some streams, tell people that you're going to have a book coming, right? Don't just go, oh, here's my book, because no one will care. Like John, perfect example, Project Thunder. You know it's coming, you have no idea what it is, but when it comes, you're going to be ready for it. So yeah, that is how I do it. Early backer goals are big too now, like a sketch card for the mailing list. Yeah, I haven't even shown mine. I'm going to do a ghost paper mini. So this is going to be day 1 backer thing. I don't know. I want to see how it goes. Like I said, I like to try things. See if the crossover is there or not for, you know, like a paper mini industry. And any last questions, or I'm going to call it there, guys, and actually get back to fixing up this page and make it look good. All right, I'm going to wrap it. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye.